Hi, this is Z, and I wanted to talk to those of you who are going through this journey, this spiritual warfare. In a sense, we all are going through spiritual warfare, but those of you who have a heavy load because you know you're the generational curse breaker, or you are a chosen one or earth angel, whatever the title you give yourself, if you have gotten to the point where you have lost a lot or you've lost everything, I'm not sure if that happens to every person, but I know it has happened to a lot of us. Have you gotten to the point where you've lost everything and you've had to rebuild? I want to say that please do not give up. It is a possibility to start rebuilding, to come up from the bottom. A lot of times when you are in that point where you feel like you're at a low and you've lost everything, it is your whole journey is for a reason. But when you get to that low place, it really is a time for you to commune with God. Shed all of that anger, shed that frustration, work through that. That's the time where you are supposed to be reflecting on yourself. Please do not allow your anger towards these people to take control and take hold of you. You really have to shed the anger because it is a purpose behind it, and you have a greater purpose. You have something you're supposed to achieve. You cannot move on, you cannot move up and take the next steps if you're constantly angry at the people that have put you in that position. I do, trust me, I understand your anger, I understand your frustration. I understand you feeling that God has forgotten about you or neglected you in some way because you're at a low. But all of that is to put you into your purpose. It's going to shift you into your purpose. So when you get to that point where you are feeling like you don't have anything, you can't do the things you don't want to do, you don't have any money, you don't have any love and support, only know that God has a purpose for that. There's a reason why you have to go through that. There's something you're supposed to be doing. A lot of times with everyday life, working, taking care of the kids, paying the bills, doing this, doing that, you cannot hear God clearly. You cannot find your purpose. So sometimes a lot of those things have to be cleared out of the way so that you can see better, you can hear better, and you can know better. Please do not allow it to turn you into your enemies. It's a hard thing to not have these people on your mind and what they've done. It's hard. But when you do get to the point where you are forced to sit down, because it's almost like you're forced to stay still. I've talked about this before. A lot of us go into seclusion. We're isolated and alienated, but it's for a purpose. Use it to your advantage. So if you don't, I had that. I don't have money to do this. I don't have anybody to do anything with. But I'm not a person that I'm afraid to be alone. I've been alone with just me and myself, like myself and my children, not me and myself. Well, I mean, yeah, you are in a sense with yourself, but I've been in that position before, so it's not a hard thing. And I'm a person that I love to have time by myself. I love to take time out from the world. So essentially that is what God is doing. God is making you take a time out from the world, but you're not supposed to use that time to stay in your anger and your pain. Use that time to heal. And when you're healing, always, always look at yourself. You cannot properly heal if you're always focused on what other people have done and never look at yourself and what you did. It's not to say that you did something wrong. It's just to say that you may not have reacted in the best way, or you may not have used that situation to benefit you when you could have. It doesn't mean that you are doing something wrong, because in a lot of cases we're not doing anything wrong, to these people. We're supposed to use our experience to build ourselves up with the help of the Most High God. We're not supposed to let these experiences pull us, drag us down, and keep us in a low vibration or keep us in a dark place, because then you're operating at the level of your enemies, and you cannot rise above your enemies if you're at their level. So when you are at a time where you've lost everything, you've lost your job or your business, you don't have money, you've lost people close to you, people turned against you, use that as a time to get close to God. If you spend a lot of your time connecting with God, God is going to show you the way out. God is going to show you what you can do or what you need to do. But you got to use that time to heal your heart first. Heal yourself first. Heal yourself mentally. Heal yourself spiritually. Heal yourself emotionally. And then you can begin to rise up. If you need to heal yourself physically as well. And use that to start rising up. You have to shed the old you completely. You have to shed the old you that was sad and heartbroken. You have to shed the old you that was angry and bitter. You cannot move into the next portion of your life with that old stuff. You're not going to be allowed to, because you're going to mess yourself up. So you have to shed the old you. You have to shed the old people. So a lot of times we're in this time because we have to take a look at ourselves. A lot of us were people that kept going back to the old people, the people that were actually hurting us, because, oh, that's my family. Oh, I love her or I love him. We have to shed those people. When you don't allow yourself to shed and let go of the very people that have hurt you, you're not in connection with God. You don't have a true, strong connection with God. You have a stronger connection with your enemies than you do with the Most High God. The Most High God is not going to bring you into that new chapter of where you have abundance and success and you have happiness and you have peace if you keep holding on to the very people that have brought you into the position that you're in. You have to shed them. You have to shed your emotions for them, your love and your care for them. It doesn't mean you're hateful. It means let go of these people permanently, because I know if I give them another chance, they're going to come in and finish what they didn't get to finish before. So let me let go of the old me. If you have a greater purpose, you have a purpose that is truly serving the Most High God. God wants you to use your gifts in the way God intended for you to use them. You cannot bring that bitterness with you. You cannot bring that anger and that hatred with you. You cannot bring that sadness with you. You cannot bring that depression with you. You cannot bring those other dirty habits, whatever your dirty, bad habits are. You cannot bring that with you. How can God place you on a pedestal? And I don't mean this in a bad way, but how can God lift you up on that pedestal to where you can bring other people up there with you if you're not yet up there in all the ways God needs you to be? Your pedestal, you're gonna be placed up on that pedestal when you get to that level. And that's emotionally, that's spiritually, that's mentally, that's physically. You cannot thrive. You cannot get in that position and maintain it if you're the type of person that reverts back to, oh, let me go sleep around with all these different people because I'm having a bad week. Or let me go back to drinking because I had a rough day at work. Let me get drunk. And you can't do those. You can't live your life like that. That's out of balance. That's out of balance. That's a person that does not know how to maintain their own and control their own emotions, their own behaviors when things get rough. So if you want that position, you truly want what God has for you. You've got to earn it, number one, and you got to keep it. Because you don't want to get in that position and backslide and you lose everything. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt even more when you lose it this time, because you would have been in that position where God has granted you with so much more. So use that time. Don't worry so much. Don't worry too much about what other people are doing. Keep your routine, your spiritual routine. Let me get up and let me pray. Let me pray against the things I know I need to pray against. Let me pray before I go to sleep. Let me do my cleansings. If they're still attacking you, the higher you raise your vibration, the less those attacks are going to bother you. So give it some time. It's not going to kick in right away. But if you're working on controlling your emotions, being balanced, being grounded, and this is an everyday thing, and implement your routine and stick to it every day. Eventually, I've said this before, those attacks are not going to bother you. But work on releasing all of that stuff that's keeping you in a position where those attacks are hitting you so hard. They're hitting you because when you get an attack, for example, you lash out, you're angry, you're upset, and it will drain you. It will drain you. So when those people attack you, let it go. Sorry, I had an interruption. When they send you a psychic attack, let it roll off of you. Cleanse yourself, do your prayers, maintain your routine, get back on whatever you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to work. It takes time to move up because they are targeting you, but don't wallow in the disappointment. Don't wallow in the anger. Don't wallow in the bitterness. Let it go. And when you get into the habit of releasing all that old and being confident and knowing that the Most High God, it's God's energy that you're trying to reach. That's the thing. You cannot reach the energy of God if you're in the energy of sadness and depression and anger. It's when you reach the energy of God and you maintain that God energy, that frequency that's high vibrating, that's when the lower energies are not going to bother you. So if you find that you're still very emotional, you're still upset, you're bitter, you keep thinking about those people, and believe you me, I understand that's what they want for you, but you have to learn to disregard it. It's going to take time, but disregard that. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it get you angry. Just repair and heal yourself, because you can do so. You have that gift to do so. I'm sorry, I don't know if y'all can hear my stomach growling, but hopefully if you do hear it, it's me. Please excuse it. But release that. Do whatever you need to do to get back on track. Don't let yourself get off track. If you do, allow it for a minute or two and get yourself back on track. Believe me, it gets easier and easier and easier. And when you get, the more you get into that God frequency, the less you're going to worry about them, and you're going to be focused on moving forward. That is the key. That is important. Moving forward, moving beyond. Think of God as a frequency, an energy of peace, love, prosperity, and abundance. Move yourself into that frequency. Align yourself with the Most High God. God is the good things. Put yourself in alignment with good health, good thoughts, good deeds. That is what's going to bring you into that frequency, and your life is going to shift. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's going to shift. It's going to be where now you're in alignment. You have the key. The peace is the key. The key is peace, love, prosperity and abundance, success, high achievements. The key, that's what the key is. You have to remember, I've said in an earlier video how a lot of us are in a low frequency to where the demonic energy has the key to open us up, the key to access us. We got to get out of that. Now you are creating the lock in yourself that's going to unlock the God frequency, the energy of peace, love, prosperity, abundance. That's the key you want to unlock you. And we're getting ourselves out of that low vibration and moving ourselves into a higher frequency. Now, I understand I do be talking about all that other stuff, demons and stuff like that, because it's important to be aware that that stuff exists. But you don't have to live in their world. You don't have to be a part of that world. You are a part of that world because you choose to be a part of that world. Move yourself above it. Now you're aware that there's a whole nother energy, a whole nother frequency, a whole nother world that you would rather be in. So let's move to that. Move forward. Move beyond. You're moving forward and beyond. You're taking off like a ship. Don't wallow back there with the riffraff. Yes, they're going to keep trying to come to you, but we're going to block them off when they come. We're going to block them off because we're going to be strong. We're going to know, hey, that's something of the past. You people are in my past. Even though you weren't evil and demonic like them. I mean, maybe you were, but most of us were not evil and demonic like them. We were at that frequency where they were able to reach us. So we do have to look at ourselves, because if you keep looking at them and never look at yourself, you're never going to go beyond that frequency. You have to look at yourself. Take that mirror out and look at yourself. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means, how can I improve myself? How can I raise my frequency, my vibration to where these people become nothing to me? Because once God puts you on that pedestal, because you've reached that level, them people are going to be like balls of trash blowing in the wind. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to be able to reach you. They're not going to be able to touch you anymore. You're going to be at a certain level. That's what you got to reach for. And you got to maintain it. You can't maintain it by slipping back into your old ways. When you get granted all the things that you want out of life, the peace, the love, the prosperity, abundance, success in the things that you want to be successful with, it is because you have learned to stay balanced and stay in alignment with that God frequency. You can't keep backsliding into that. It takes work. Believe you me, it takes work. It takes hard work, dedication, determination. It takes everything. But if you want it bad enough, you can do it, because God has made you to be able to do so. So always, every day, monitor yourself. Just how those people monitor you with those monitoring spirits, and they watch you through tarot card readings and all that stuff. Monitor yourself. Don't worry about them monitoring you. Monitor yourself. What am I doing? What have I been doing? How can I make myself better? How can I get better at this? What can I do to achieve this? I want to have this thing in my life. I want to have true love in my life. How do I need to be in order that I can call in, I could be on the frequency of that true love? You can't maintain true love if you are lashing out at that person all the time. That person's going to walk away, because they're at a frequency and you're not. You got to be ready for them to maintain that relationship, right? Just like any marriage. You get married. How do you maintain your marriage and have peace and true love in your marriage? You got to do the things to maintain it. That's with anything that you want in your life. You want it to stay. It's a good thing that you want to stay. You have to maintain it. So you have to get on that frequency to call in, to manifest the things that you want in your life. Now you have to maintain that frequency. No, I don't have all the things I want, but I know I can get it. I know I'm going to get it. I know these people are not going to have power and control over me. They can keep trying if they want, but I have established a connection with the Most High God that I'm not going to break. I know me better than they do. There was a time that they knew me better than I knew myself, but that time has come to an end. I stepped into my alignment with the Most High God, so I know they're not going to come back. I'm not going to allow them to come back in. They're going to try, but I'm not going to allow them. So work on yourself. This is a time to work on yourself. If you're in that position where you saying, oh my God, I've lost everything, it's for a reason. Take time to look at yourself. See what you need to do to come into balance and alignment to receive what the Most High God has for you. These other people are trying to take a shortcut, and they're going to lose everything, because that's not the way you're supposed to go. Everybody is supposed to be working to be in alignment with the Most High God, but it's only a select few that are ready in this lifetime at this moment. A lot of people are not going to make it. They're not going to make it in their next lifetime. They're not going to make it in their next lifetime, because they're stuck on cheating their way, when the simplest way is to align with the Most High God, align with your Creator who created you. So I hope this message helps someone, and I'll be back again with another video. And keep going, keep pushing. I know that you can do it. I believe deeply in those of you that are going through what I'm going through. I know that if I can keep pushing through and things are getting better for me, then it can get better for you too. So, don't give up. Keep pushing forward, and I will be back again with another video. Bye.